This Halloween, the pretty girl next door wants to invite you in for a treat. Or a trick. Witch Tales.
Hello, my missing ingredient.
Witch Tales. See it with someone who doesn't bite. Much.
The real question is this. Are comic books good or are they not good?
Haunted Thrills.
I was fascinated with pre-code horror. One of the first major collections I bought was the Spokane collection, which had an incredible array of pre-code horror comic books.
Of course, doing the horror stories was a lot of fun. You could imagine how much fun it was to put these stories together, and you could do them any way you wanted.
I had no guidelines at all or restrictions. They would say to me, Ray, we're doing Eerie Comics. Here are the stories that are going in there. I'd look through them and I'd take things that I thought would illustrate them.
Stan looked at the letter and he says, I said, Mr. Lee, would you like to look at some of my work? He says, no, Jack says you're a good artist. He says, here, I want this back in a week.
The countdown to terror has begun.
The signal's getting stronger now. It won't be long.
Come quick! The monster done ate my pappy!
Do you really think this was a bear, Doc?
Highly unlikely.
First man on Mars. Once he was human.
There's something shiny in the rock. This is really starting to sting.
Now a bloodthirsty monster, killing and devouring the young. And not so innocent.
Let's take a look at this, huh?
I'm gonna blast the thing back to hell.
Oh, shit.
First man on Mars.
You mean there's aliens out here? Shit, I don't want to get ducted in anal.
This film is not rated.
This is Howard Scott on the scene for TV 12. We're at the Bijou Theater where it's been reported that a man has gone berserk while watching a double feature horror program. The police are trying to subdue the man now. In fact, here they come. Excuse me, officer. I'm Howard Scott from TV 12. What happened inside?
Yeah, we got a 1040 saying some guy's gone berserk down at Bijou Theater, so... Come down here. This guy's gone berserk down at Bijou Theater, so...
We comprehended the alleged perpetrator. We're gonna book him on a... Code 12, Section 4, Paragraph 1236.
What's the Code 12, Section 4, Paragraph 1236?
Gone berserk, down to be just beer. Excuse me, Howard.
Certainly. Sir, excuse me, what did you think of what happened inside? Sir, did you like the movie? I'm gonna see it again.
A double explosion of bloody terror, blood-spattered bride, and I dismember mama.
Folks, welcome to the Horror Mike Show on this Friday night, June 30th, 2023. And indeed, you could say that I am pretty much back from the dead, or at least near death. Now, as you know, or people that watch the show on Friday night, last Friday night, there was no show. And that's because of the reason being that Friday morning, I was admitted to the emergency room with total kidney failure and bladder failure. So they had to give me hemodialysis and intubate my bladder. Now, you don't know what that means. That involves sticking a tube through your dick hole all the way into your bladder. Okay. And if you've ever had that without anesthetic, I don't wish it on anybody. Okay. It's just entirely unpleasant. So in any case, the doctor simply said, yeah, if you had waited until Monday, you'd be dead. That was his blunt assessment of the entire thing. So I spent 3 days in the hospital. And so this last week, I've been back at my house, slowly recuperating. And it's going to be a process. That's all there is to it. It's going to take a bit of time. And who knows, I may not even recuperate. I may die anyway. So who the fuck knows in this crazy world. But in any case, for the time being, I am alive. Okay. And not part of the undead as of yet. Okay. Good Lord. So, yeah, I'm here. Let's take a look and see who we got in the chat here before we move on with our program. Good God. Okay, we've been bombarded. Michael Taylor is on the scene. Hello, Michael Taylor. Chad M is here. Hello, Chad M. Eric Boyd, hello. Fridays aren't the same. Well, hopefully we'll be doing these for many more, I don't know, times, Eric. We'll see how that goes. Werewolf by Lunchtime, hello. Good God, man. Everybody's saying their hellos. Oh, Jacob's here. Hello, Jacob. How's it going? Bloody hell. Raton hombre. Ratman. Stratman. Da, 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 da. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Jacob Werewolf, good morning. Eric says, hail for Mike. Hello. Eric? Werewolf says, absolutely freezing here in Perth. I need warming up. So are you going through your winter, hey, Werewolf? The winter time over there? It is hot as a motherfucker over here, I'll tell you. I think it hit about 100 degrees. I don't know. It had to have been like 90% humidity. Of course, I am in the South, so that's what you get with that. It's going to be hell. July and August. It's just, you can just put hell on there and be done with it. Eric says, well, we are hitting some warm temps here, of course, but I'm wondering how cold it is. Yeah, I was wondering that too. Oh, it's 7 degrees Celsius. Okay, well, it's in the like upper 30s, right? Fahrenheit. That's still pretty damn nippy. I mean, for Florida, that's like cold. Eric says, you too can become an astronaut. By First Men on Mars. We'll do that, put it off, but we'll make it up for next week. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, man. That would be completely awesome. Yeah, I think because, well, okay, look, guys. So 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees, right? Fahrenheit. So if it's 7 degrees, well, it's in the 40s. So that's not that bad. I mean, depends. Chad says, werewolf, it's 106 degrees. Yeah, that desert, the desert freaking heat, man. Good God. It is, it can be something. Werewolf says, wish I was there, Chad. I hate the cold. I can't complain. We do have 6 months of summer. Yeah, it's one of those things, man. I can definitely look, if you're here in the South in the United States or any place in the US where it just tends to be very, very hot during the summer for like 3 months, maybe even 4 months, you really start appreciating colder weather, or at least reasonable weather. Jesus Christ, man. I walked out this morning, like 8 a.m. This morning, it's pushing 80 degrees on the patio. I'm like, what the fuck? Really, really insane. Werewolf says, geez, hope you're feeling better. Best way. Thank you, Werewolf. Yeah, I am feeling totally better because last Friday I was dying. So as you can see now, I'm alive. And that would qualify as being totally better, folks. Yeah. So there is that. But thank you for asking. Eric says, oh, well, Horror Mike, I was going to DM you and ask you if you're all right. I'm glad you're here. Thank God you have returned. Yeah, it was one of those things, guys. It was Friday morning. And of course, I felt like shit. Like even remember the Friday night show with Brian Baugh with Wolf and Batsy. I was feeling like crap. And all throughout that next week, it just got worse and worse. And Friday, I was just like, what am I going to do? I'm either going to have to go do it or just hold out during the weekend and see if it gets better. Like an idiot, which I would have been dead, according to the doctor. So fortunately, I just, was able to get to first to this one of those those walk-in clinics, So what happens, I went in there, I collapsed on the floor. They called the ambulance. The ambulance took me to the emergency room. And immediately the guy was like, look, your kidneys have failed. You have renal collapse and your bladder is it's not functioning. So they had to do that shit. And that was an eye opener because, otherwise, I don't know, I'm fairly active. Seriously, I hike, I kayak, I work in the yard. I don't know. I do, obviously, guys, I'm not going to lie here. Most of what I do is sedentary. I sit on my ass in front of a computer and, edit videos and shit, which is not good. That really isn't good. I mean, if 50% of your waking hours are spent sitting on your butt, doing office work or working at a computer, you've got to mix things up. That's the whole thing. So that's what I'm looking to do now. I need to mix shit up. That's really what the bottom line is on that. Michael Taylor says, "Oh no, Mike, glad you're back while you beat this." Yeah, thank you, Michael Taylor, as well. Chad M. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jacob. Thanks, guys. 7 degrees Celsius is about 44 degrees Fahrenheit, which is nippy. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, man, it's those days where I would love to have that instead of 100 degrees in the swamp. I'll tell you. You didn't let it show. That was the previous Friday. Yeah, it was one of those things, man. It's like you got to do it. You're scheduled to do it. You do it. And it really got worse after that. During that week, it was shit. Werewolf says, "Go for a walk every day." I do. That is absolutely, you've got to. And not only that, but while you're working, get up and walk around. Walk around the house, walk around your yard. It just, like incredibly simple shit like that breaks up the fact that you're sitting there doing whatever the hell at your keyboard, maybe 4 hours or 5 hours at a stretch, before taking a break. That's not good. No. So that's going to stop right there. I'm definitely going to, break it up. That's basically it. It's like, stand up. I may even create some kind of a thing where I can put the computer on a stand so I can actually be standing and doing work. That might be the thing. Eric says, "At least you recognize the signs." Yeah, it's just one of those things. I thought, like your body is probably, it was just telling me, look, you're either going to go now or you're going to be in a body bag on Monday. One of the two, it's going to happen. Michael Taylor says, "The Canada fires have been affecting us here in New York City." Yeah, I saw a map of that, Michael Taylor. Shit, man. There you go. I blame Canada, okay, for that shit. I mean, you got these arsonists all over the freaking place. What the hell? I mean, if I'm not trying to be conspiratorial here, and in reality, I love Canada. I used to go to Vancouver all the time when I lived on the West Coast. But if he wanted to fuck up people, light some big ass fires and then have that shit, filtered down into the United States, that's kind of one way to do it. Seriously. So it's happening. It's been happening. As far as I know, I've off and on, at least for the last month, 6 weeks. Horrible. Really bad. So, guys, one thing I want to get out of the way now, obviously, it's last week also, too, I was going to do the drawing for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which kind of turned out to be a catastrophe. I had 11 submissions, 11 entries, folks. 11 whopping entries into the contest, or the, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And out of the 11, only one, folks, only one actually did all three things correctly. I don't know what the hell to tell you. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to overthink that, but it was either one thing where I couldn't verify that they had subscribed, or they never ended up sharing the video on one of their social media pages. shit like that. Only one person actually did all three. So that person wins all three of the prizes. And that person is 009. So if your number is 009, you have won the Incal book and the 2 issues of Heavy Metal Magazine. And congratulations. I am going to email you this weekend probably, and then send those out to you next week or the weekend. Within the next 2 weeks, I'll send those out to you. But once again, 009 is the winner of all three. Kind of made that easy to actually do a drawing. But in any case, guys, so Tubi, needless to say, I mean, we missed an entire week. Oh, I got a thing. Eric says, I didn't enter it, but the rules were easy enough. I know, Eric. I don't know. I'm not going to, once again, I'm not going to overthink the reasons why. It just happened that way. And it's only fair. Look, if this person can do it correctly, they deserve it. That's the way that I look at it. So, congrats to 009. And they can publicly come on and, if they want, and say whatever. If not, I understand that entirely too. People do want to remain anonymous. That's fine. But in any case, that is done. And thanks to everybody who did enter anyways. I do appreciate it. What can I say? Pretty much it. Whoever won, congrats. Yes, Eric, not knocking anyone. Perhaps people just forgot. Werewolf, I didn't enter because the patient. Yeah, the shipping is for you, Werewolf. It's just insane. It is insane shipping. But needless to say, obviously, it's now been, basically 10 days, 12 days since the last Tubi thing. So, yeah, obviously, Tubi has added some stuff, and they're going to add more stuff this weekend because tomorrow is July 1st. So next Friday, Tubi should be jam-packed with new stuff. However, they do have some new stuff from last week that's really good, and we're about to take a look at that right now. Now, as you guys remember, we ended off with Red Dwarf. Highly recommended if you guys haven't seen Red Dwarf, the series. It's really funny. At least the first several seasons, it gets a little crazy, like after season 7. But I really enjoyed it. Red Dwarf, hilarious show. It's just great science fiction comedy. If you want some crazy science fiction comedy, Red Dwarf is for you. There's no doubt about that. See who we got here. Oh, wait a second. Carrie's on the scene. Hello, Carrie. Are you watching Walking Dead? Dead City? Carrie, I got to tell you, I stopped watching The Walking Dead after season 2 because for me, it became more like the talking heads. I just got really bored with it. So I pretty much, even though I will tell you one thing about The Walking Dead that I always admired, at least for the first several seasons, 3 or 4 seasons, apparently. They shot all that stuff on Super 16 film. That was not shot on video. It was shot on film. And I admired that because it wasn't really necessary, but they were going for a look. And I think that it looked great shooting it on Super 16. I know a lot of people don't realize that, especially for TV stuff. Shit, man, 99% of all the stuff now is shot on video, on digital video. But both The Walking Dead and at least the first 5 or 6 seasons of American Horror Story were shot on film, which I totally admire. It's absolutely fantastic. Eric says, Tubi had John Wick number. Yes, they do. Yes, they are back, folks. Now, it's not on my list here tonight, but Tubi does have all 3 John Wick films. And man, what a series to binge. Just if you haven't seen it in a while, just watch all 3 back to back. It's absolutely, it gives you, it's kind of inspiring and gives you hope for new cinema because it's truly great. It's really great stuff. Carrie says Red Dwarf is a classic. Totally agreed. Carrie, love that show. I mean, it's just hilarious, man. And some of the science fiction, the premises of the show are really advanced. Like, you know, it's good science. In other words, I'm saying it's decent, solid science fiction that they incorporate into comedy. And that's, you know, unusual, really. I mean, they really do get into it, especially like, obviously, there are the tales of time travel and so forth. And like that are really quite good, snappy, well done. They know their shit, you know, especially for the first several seasons, you know. Very, very impressed. Michael Taylor, Monsters is a fun show. Yes, and it is now on Tubi. Folks, Monsters is on Tubi. We're about to get to that. Chad M, the boring dead. Youch! Chad M delivers a zinger. I gotta say, man, it just didn't do it. I left after season 2. I couldn't take it. Werewolf says Crichton has a head like a novelty condom. There you go. There we go. Rimmer said that. That is great. Maybe it's like Marmite. I absolutely love it. Yeah, you know, that could be true, Gary. And obviously it's successful. Walking Dead is, God, incredibly successful show. Chad says, I stopped watching after Governor arc. Michael Taylor says, I wish I didn't miss the boat on Walking Dead comics. Yes, that was something I don't think anybody saw coming. Carrie, John Wick 4. Yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing John Wick 4. I've not seen it, but I plan on seeing it as soon as possible. Good God. Eric says, yes. Jacob, Tubi time. It is Tubi time now, folks. Check it out. Let's move on to Your Highness. Now, if you have not seen this freaking movie, if you want to...
At drivetime.com, we've been hard at work.
It is like...
Drive Time has a big announcement. An even easier way to buy a
Holy
car. You make the deal yourself.
I make the deal myself.
Wow, they just play it regardless. Huh. That's really weird. In any case, Your Highness, 2011. I like it, man. It's like it's, you know, they take the classic medieval fantasy type of scenario and turn it on its head. And you've got Natalie Portman, who is scorching hot in this freaking film. Holy crap. James Franco, Danny McBride, Justin Theroux, Zooey Deschanel, all these people. It's a really great cast. It's a ridiculous freaking movie. If you've seen it, it's really cheeky. There ain't no doubt about that. I mean, it's just got all kinds of stuff going for it. Highly recommended. It is now on Tubi, and I watched it this past week. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, Monsters, 1988. Good Lord. In this horror anthology series, a family of monsters gathers around the television each week to enjoy a new spooky story about deadly creatures. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, folks. Now, it's very, very low budget, obviously. Now, they've only got season 1. I don't know how many seasons it lasted, but there are, wow, God. Wait a second. Shit. Oh, here we go. I guess 24 episodes in season 1. That's amazing. So, in any case, highly recommended. Monsters, if you want to watch some really classic 80s horror sci-fi TV, man, check out Monsters. It is just absolute joy to watch. Once again, very low budget, but what they do for the money is really quite spectacular, in my opinion. That brings us, folks, to I Dismember Mama. Oh, yeah. Folks, 1972. I Dismember Mama. After being institutionalized for an attempt on his mother's life, a mentally unwell young man escapes and goes after his mother once again. Yeah, this is like classic 70s sleazy exploitation. And, of course, naturally, I've got the trailer for it right here. This is actually a combo trailer. Blood Splattered Bride and I Dismember Mama. But let's take a look at it.
This is Howard Scott on the scene for TV 12. We're at the Bijou Theater where it's been reported that a man has gone berserk while watching a double-feature horror program. The police are trying to subdue the man now. In fact, here they come. Excuse me, officer. I'm Howard Scott from TV 12. What happened inside?
Yeah, we got a 1040 saying some guy's gone berserk down at Bijou Theater, so... Come down here. This guy's gone berserk down at Bijou Theater, so... We comprehended the alleged perpetrator. We're gonna book him on a... Code 12, Section 4, Paragraph 1236.
What's the Code 12, Section 4, Paragraph 1236?
Gone berserk down at Bijou Theater. Excuse me, Howard.
Certainly. Sir, excuse me, what did you think of what happened inside? Sir, did you like the movie?
Double explosion of bloody terror, blood spattered bride, and I Dismember Mama.
Yep, that was a real trailer, folks. That's how they did it back in the day. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. Let's go to the comments on this. Maybe somebody's got something to say about this one. Oops. Shit, I missed a few. God damn it. God, I missed a ton. Sorry. Hold on. Eric says Lauren Cohan is a babe. Oh, The Walking Dead. Chad is, I think, laughing. I believe. Jacob says, I enjoyed Your Highness. It's stupid fun. Pretty good lineup as well. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just silly as hell. But it's funny. It's just it's so damn funny. And it is. It's stupid, goofy. That's one of those things. Werewolf says, I have a poster of Lauren in my comic closet, Eric. Eric says, not being negative, but I don't see how Danny McBride is funny. Perhaps that Your Highness movie is funny, but nothing I have seen of him has made me laugh. Yeah, I think he kind of strikes people that way. I don't know. You may want to give it a go, Eric. It is on Tubi. It's definitely worth checking out. Eric says, Zoe Deschanel makes me all gooey. Did I just say that? Yes, you did, Eric. You can't take it away either. Oh, Russell Poland is on the scene. Hello, Russell. How are you doing? Now that I enjoyed watching. We're assuming Your Highness, perhaps. Eric says, I don't recall Monsters at all. It was there. I remember it. I remember watching, God, I don't know how many of those, like when it actually came out. Had a great little intro with this mutant family that was like watching television. It's really funny. Carrie says, did they copy Tales from the Crypt? No, there wasn't any. There was no host. There was no Crypt Keeper or anything. Simply an anthology. They would show a new segment every week. So yeah, much different from Tales from the Crypt. Michael Taylor says, Eric, Monsters is a fun show. It is indeed. Carrie, that guy's laugh. The officers and reporter outside the movie came across as comedy. Yes, exactly. That is so. It's just I don't know what to tell you about that commercial, that advertisement, but only with I Dismember Mama. I mean, come on. Michael Taylor, Dismember Mama from the train. Whoa. Russell says, Monsters, I did watch Your Highness, but sorry, vaguely remember it. Yeah, well, that's one of those things. It's been a while too, Russell, since I saw it. So I saw, it came back on Tubi. And I was like, hey, wait a second. I remember, I remember the film, watching it, and I was like, that was pretty funny. So I watched it last week, and I was like, yes, this is really funny. And it's goofy as hell. It's just, if you want some good chuckles, watch that film. Chad says, the Joker used a pillow on Mama. Elbow cough. There we go. Good Lord. So there's I Dismember Mama, folks. And it's on Tubi. So not only that, but speaking of early 70s low budget exploitation, we got Deranged. Yes, 1974.
Yeah, his locks.
Oh, no, you don't. Look at that. They just try to do it there. All right, here we go. This hauntingly scary film chronicles the grisly exploits of a necrophiliac and murderer. Brace yourself for a story guaranteed to make you squirm. This is basically the story of Ed Gein. I mean, there's a lot of Ed Gein in this film. He was definitely pulling Ed Gein, stuff to make Deranged. So that's kind of where that's at. And it was directed by Jeff Gillen and Alan Ormsby. Now, Alan Ormsby, you may recall a film called Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, which is really quite good. And I highly recommend it. But Deranged, 1974. Now on Tubi. Now this one, Beyond the Black Rainbow, 2010, folks. It's really trippy. This is Panos Cosmatos or Cosmatos. I don't know what the hell. Cosmatos. The same guy. I don't know if you saw that film with Nicolas Cage. It's called Mandy. He directed that film, and if you've seen that, you know how this guy operates. His films are very slow moving. I mean, and literally people in the movies, his movies, are slow moving. That's the only way I can describe it. However, the concepts are good. And this is sci-fi horror from 2010. Held captive in a bizarre medical facility, a young woman with psychic abilities seeks a chance to escape her obsessed captor. It's totally worth seeing once. Let me just put it that way. That's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah. So there it is. And it's on Tubi now. So you've got Beyond the Black Rainbow 2010. This one, I have no freaking idea, but I had to put it on here. 2022, folks. Astonishing Tales of Terror, Roctopussy. Yep, you heard that right. That was not a mistake. It was not a glitch in the Matrix. It was Astonishing Tales of Terror, Roctopussy. 2022, a group of everyday heroes find the fight of their lives in the deep mines of a northern Ontario, where they unwittingly awaken an ancient giant octopus. Yes, that's what it is, folks. It's Roctopussy. I have not seen it. I put it on here simply because of the title. And I had to do this also for the 2023 release of Cocaine Shark. Now, folks, if you thought you couldn't get any dumber with Cocaine Bear, you were wrong. You were sadly mistaken, because some numbnuts has put out a film called Cocaine Shark. Yes, how inventive can you get? But it is amazingly now on Tubi. And that's a 2023 release. That could be also another sign of the impending apocalypse. Okay? In my opinion. Now, this one, 1971, Chrome and Hot Leather. I have not watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it. No doubt about that. I gotta make sure this stupid thing doesn't. Yeah. See what happens. After a biker gang kills his girl, an enraged Green Beret and his war buddies find that revenge is a dish best served with a rocket launcher. You heard that right. Chrome and Hot Leather, 1971. Sounds like biker exploitation, a go-go right there, 1971, folks. And then that brings us to Gattaca, 1997. Yes. Now, this is pretty solid science fiction.
Now that I'm in my 50s, I have so much more confidence. Wait until you're in your 70s.
Jesus fucking shut the hell up. Holy shit. I can't even stop the stupid fucking thing. All right. I think, folks, I'm just going to have to do that. Gattaca, 1997. In a genetically engineered future, a man of natural childbirth assumes the identity of a member of the altered elite so that he may travel into space. This is Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Alan Arkin, Jude Law. Ernest Borgnine is in this freaking movie, and it's quite good. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but Gattaca is now on Tubi, and I highly recommend it. If you looking for a good sci-fi thriller, check out Gattaca. It is quite the film. This one, I have no idea, although it kind of looks amusing. Villains, 2019. After two amateur criminals break into a home, they stumble upon a dark secret that two sadistic homeowners will do anything to keep from getting out. Don't know. Don't know. Kira Sedgwick is in this. Jeffrey Donovan, Bill Skarsgård. Villains, 2019. It's a comedy horror. It just, I don't know, seems kind of quirky. One thing that I could have sworn shit. Who's the guy? No, now I'm just losing my fucking mind. Jeffrey Combs. I think Jeffrey Combs is in this. I may be mistaken. But Villains 2019. And then we just bounce back to the early 1970s with Busting from 1974. Two hard-nosed Los Angeles cops who usually spend their time busting petty criminals defy orders from their crooked higher-ups to nab a kingpin. Starring Elliot Gould, Robert Blake, folks. There's your combo. Directed by Peter Hyams. I have not seen, to my knowledge, I mean, I may have seen it back years ago, but I don't remember it. But I've got it on the list. I'll probably end up watching it. Let's go back to the chat here. Chad says, I watched American Psycho last night before it leaves Tubi. Yep. Yeah, it is about to go, isn't it? Michael Taylor, American Psycho is very good. Yeah, that is truly a modern classic. Eric, just doing some research. So Marcia Diamond from Deranged was married to singer-songwriter Neil Diamond. Whoa, that is totally bizarre. And she was married to him when she did Deranged. That's pretty strange, you know. She should have had him do the theme song, you know. You may seem deranged. Maybe I'm insane. You know, like a la Neil Diamond. I don't know. That might have been hilarious. Eric says, whoa, Cheryl Ladd is in chrome and hot leather. Folks, hold on. Yes, you are correct, sir. Russell says, cocaine shark. Why not? Come on, man. Really? Sharknado? Yeah, well, of all, you know, the mountain of mind-numbingly bad shark movies, okay? And then you got your Cocaine Bear. Of course, somebody's going to be like, hey, we should, you know how they love the shark movies? And they got the Cocaine Bear. Well, let's combine them and we'll have us a cocaine shark. Some bullshit like that. Werewolf by Lunchtime. I have been watching the Brady Bunch recently. I find Mrs. Brady very sexy. Is it just me? It might be. Werewolf, it might be just you. I'm not sure. Russell says American Psycho, fantastic inside the mind of a Wall Street killer. Michael Taylor, Cocaine Shark might be one of those movies that gives you a good laugh. It might. Or it might give you a really good cry, Michael Taylor. Or it might turn you into a homicidal maniac. I'm not really sure. Michael Taylor, yet Cheryl Ladd, hot. Indeed. And now I had this up before, guys. AK-47, the Kalashnikov. I watched this movie look, if you're into war films, you got to see this fucking movie. Now, this is Russia during World War II. There's this guy. He's not a draftsman. He's not even a technical person, but he loves tinkering. Like as a child, he would make basic firearms, like shotguns when he was 10 years old and shit. So he's the guy that ends up, Mikhail Kalashnikov, ends up creating the AK-47, which is considered one of the greatest submachine guns ever created in history. And so this film is about the creation, all the bullshit this guy goes through in order to achieve his dream of creating this submachine gun, which would, well, I'm not going to give away too much. It's really well made. The film is really well done. It's just great. It's like one of those. It's a film of like just an everyday dude, some guy that's not even no college. Like he's got like a, I don't know. I think he said he barely got out of high school. And he ends up creating one of the most notorious weapons ever in the history of mankind, certainly on a machine gun or submachine gun level, the AK-47. And it's just a stunning film. Absolutely amazing what this guy goes through to make this weapon. So, highly recommended. Really good. It's dubbed. It is not subtitled, folks. It's dubbed. It's a Russian film dubbed in English. And also, The Final Stand is the same. It's another Russian film. And this is based upon a true story, which is insane. Basically, during the World War 1941, the Germans are moving on Russia. And they just don't have enough manpower. So they end up using these cadets from this Podolsk artillery school, infantry school, to hold off the Germans. They ended up holding off the Germans for 12 days, which is what the Russians needed to send in reinforcements to stop the Germans from marching on Moscow. And of course, it nearly wipes out the entire school, all these cadets. But they do it, and it's intense. So it's one of those. Get ready. It's also dubbed. But I was like, whoa. Very well made. Highly recommended. The Final Stand. This one I have not seen for eons, maybe since the 90s. Wrongfully Accused, folks. 1998. You know who it is. You love him. It's Leslie Nielsen doing the whole thing, the takeoff on The Fugitive. Ryan Harrison is framed for murder and must prove himself innocent by finding a mysterious, one-eyed, one-armed, one-legged man before it's too late. Leslie Nielsen, Richard Crenna, Kelly LeBlanc, Michael York, Sandra Bernard. Man, there you go. Wrongfully Accused. Does anybody recall this film? I mean, I vaguely recall it. I believe that I really liked it. You know, like if you like Leslie Nielsen comedies, like I like Leslie Nielsen comedies, they're hilarious as hell. It's going to be definitely worth a watch. So I plan on watching that this week sometime. Wrongfully Accused. God, absolutely fantastic. It's great to see it on there, you know. Really, really great to see that. This one, what the hell? Okay, folks. This is what I know. Okay. This is what I know about Space Monster Wangmagwi from 1967. In this long-lost kaiju classic, aliens unleash a terrifying monster on Earth, which will not stop until it has destroyed everything in its path. Now, I may be wrong about this, but I believe that it's 1967. I believe this is a North Korean kaiju monster movie, not South Korean, North Korean. Somebody in the studio audience may correct me if they know something else, but I could have sworn that I read about this and that it was somehow produced in North Korea. And it's a giant monster, kaiju monster film. And it is now on Tubi. So I plan on watching it. I've seen the trailer. It looked amusing. Let's put it that way. And we will see. We'll see what happens with that. Go back up. Michael Taylor says, Cheryl Ladd, arguably the hottest angel. Yeah, I think you could be right. You might be right, Michael Taylor, on that. She was definitely, they were all hot. Well, what can I say? Now that I'm thinking about them, I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. They were all pretty damn hot. What? Eric Boyd says, you're saying Cheryl Ladd is the daughter of Alan Ladd. Are you joking? She isn't. Wait a second. Isn't she? What? I thought she was the daughter of Alan Ladd. Oh, shit. You can't hear me at all? Okay. Can you now hear me? What audio? Holy shit. Okay, can somebody just comment that the sound is fine or not? Can you hear me now? There may have been a glitch. Okay, good. All right. That was weird. I don't know what happened, guys. My audio dropped out or something. That was kind of strange. Yeah, because Eric said, we hear the audio, but no video. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure, Eric. I'm not sure about that. Wrongfully Accused was a damn funny movie. Thank you, Russell. I plan on watching that one this week. Oh, I was drowned out by the audio, but what audio? Didn't have any audio on here. That was strange, man. Let's see. Eric says the space monster Wangmagwi was produced in South Korea. According to what I am reading, Horror Mike, it is the oldest surviving kaiju movie from South Korea. Okay. All right. Maybe there was another one from North Korea. Wouldn't that be weird? Because I swear to God, I was reading, they were like, yes, it was North Korean. Maybe there's another one. How odd. Okay, guys. Eric says, when the movie trailers were playing, the audio was over. What you were saying. Yeah, no. Yeah, now Tubi has changed it, so it automatically plays ads when you go to the actual page. It's really annoying. Werewolf says, we can hear you, but when you clicked on a title, we heard that as well. Yeah. Crap. Shadowhawk Talks is on the scene. Hello, Shadowhawk. How are you doing, sir? God, man. Guys, that ends the Tubi for this week. And that ends the show because I am, as I explained, I am recuperating. And I think for this week, an hour is enough. I'm going to take it easy. And, and I'm going, of course, getting back to the video, the actual videos, and shit. Next week, so that's going to happen. And of course, next Friday's show should actually be really good because as I said, tomorrow is the 1st of July. Tubi is going to add a buttload of stuff. Not only that, but it's also a holiday weekend, quote unquote. So, they're going to add even more films for the 4th of July, for the next 4 days, I would imagine. So I think we'll see quite a nice little treasure trove of new additions for next Friday. That should be quite good. Eric says, do take care. Thank you. Russell says, glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate it, man. Werewolf by lunchtime. Hey, Russell, you were watching from the beginning, right? Hopefully. If you did watch from the beginning, go back after the thing is. After I finish. Werewolf says, thanks for the show, Russ. Well, thank you, Werewolf. Russell, thank you. Eric says, I am glad you're doing better. Get your rest and take care of yourself. Good God, man. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Michael Taylor says, I imagine that you would be tired from that scare. Yeah, it is. It makes you definitely think about your place in the universe, Michael Taylor. Let's put it that way. Russell says, okay, Mike, I will. Okay, guys. All right, you guys. Well, hey, look, take care. And definitely, as planned, next Friday should be a bigger show, and with more stuff on Tubi and probably even Canopy as well, and I think we'll probably go back to Bud Plant because I know he's going to have some new stuff. So, Shadow says, love you, Mike. Take care of yourself, buddy. I'll send you prayers. Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate it, man. So you guys, everybody take care. Have a great 4th of July kind of weekend thing. I know it's Tuesday. 4th of July is Tuesday, so it's kind of a weird thing. It's not really a 4th of July weekend per se, but, God bless America. And, do some fireworks, grill some stuff, grill some fireworks. I don't know, do stuff like that. Get out there, have some fun, or just stay inside and escape the heat, for Christ's sake. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.